Thank you, William, and welcome up to the booth here at the football field, Greater Atlanta Christian School, for the second round of the AAA GHSA playoffs. I'm Jack Hunter, joined alongside by Franklin Brandon. We will have all the action for you tonight. First, the Cats kicking off deep. That's Charlie Ham, the Duke University commit, and we are underway. That ball skips into the end zone past Monte Bailey, and we are underway. Last week versus Jefferson, a game where the Cats clicked on all cylinders. The Cats had 4 turnovers, 1 interception, and 3 forced fumbles. Franklin, they really clicked on all cylinders.
That's right. One guy that stands out, Will Hallmark, 113 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. He was really the key for the Cats to get that momentum started in that game. Look for him to have a big game on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is a familiar place. Just 12 weeks ago on August 24th, the Cats rolled into GAC, picked up a miraculous win. We will talk more about that throughout the broadcast today. And the first snap of the game goes to Josh Rose, the senior quarterback, and he's going to keep it. Matsakite is going to bring him down, but that'll be enough for a first down.
And we've seen Westminster have some trouble containing the running quarterback throughout their season. Against Lovett, the Cats had some trouble defending their quarterback. And as you can see, Josh Rose puts up some good stats this season. 1,444 yards, 13 touchdowns. Not bad for a quarterback split in time with another quarterback in Jackson Hardy.
And this carry driving through the middle, another gain of about 6 yards. So GAC establishing the run game. And for GAC, they're a little bit different than we saw them earlier. Miles Hinton was not playing the last time these Cats and the Spartans faced off. A 5-star prospect, the #1 offensive tackle in the class of 2020 from Rivals to 24/7 Sports. He is out for the season with a shoulder injury. As that one is complete to the 44-yard line. Jake Hicks on the reception. And then the other guy that got hurt for Greater Atlanta Christian, Jake Floyd, their wide receiver, their leading receiver up into that point, 5 touchdowns in 6 games, ran into a concrete wall in the back of the end zone at North Hall in a newly renovated stadium, broke his leg, and is out for the season. So a very tragic injury for a budding wide receiver. But Franklin, Ty James, a guy that we saw torch Westminster in week 2, has picked up the load.
Right, that's going to be the key for the Westminster defense to stop. Got to stop the run game and make their quarterbacks throw the ball.
James is a really first-year starter this year. GAC, like Westminster, has a lot of senior talent, and so a lot of the guys, until they get to their senior year, don't get a lot of playing time. But James this year needs 1 yard to reach 1,000 yards receiving. He's 7th in the entire state of Georgia, all classifications receiving. Rose gets the carry. The Cats stuff him short. That will bring up 3rd down from the 44-yard line. And 12 short weeks ago, the Cats, you see, 10 points down going into the fourth quarter, 11 points down, 21-10. They storm back, score 12 in the fourth quarter. A few key plays behind that. Josh Rose ran for 73 yards. It looks like he was going to go in the end zone. John Whistler saved that. Chance Leffler pulled the interception down as Rose drops back. 3rd down. Looking down the field, there's James. He's unable to make the catch. Incomplete. Mahan on the coverage. And the Cats force a punt on the first drive for the Spartans.
And a huge play by Michael Mahan right there. 3rd and about 9. Cats got to get off the field, and they come up with a stop, courtesy of a great pass breakup by Michael Mahan.
We see Josh Rose on the first drive, runs for a first down, and then a few incomplete passes. And now Rose stays on the field to punt the football. GAC.
Right, and this is a passing down for GAC. They have to pass it right here. Cats have showed that they can stop the run. See what Rose can do here.
Rose under pressure. Jones brings him down to the ground. Ben Allen and Jones sandwich him to the ground, and the Cats once again are going to get off the field.
We talked about how the defensive line last week had so much penetration of the Jefferson offensive line, and right here you can see picking up where they left off and leaving the quarterback in the dust.
Ben Allen speared his helmet right into the chest of Josh Rose, and GAC has been playing all year with a 2-quarterback system. I would not be surprised if Jackson Hardy is the next quarterback out on the field after that hit. A low snap. The Cats almost get to the punt. Hallmark ranging over. This one is going to bounce over midfield to the 48-yard line where the Cats are going to get the ball again. And talking to Coach Tim Hardy, Franklin, I thought it was very interesting. GAC in previous years, in the last 5 years, have only lost 9 regular season games. But when it comes down to it, they have not been able to get over the hump. You see 2 state championship appearances. They lost to Benedictine in 2014, Cedar Grove in 2016. They have not been able to get over the hump. And the explanation that was given is just anything can happen in the playoffs, and that is very true for both of these programs. It's very relevant to Westminster in 2015. They were underdogs going into that state playoff race, and they won all the games they needed to on the road. And they ended up winning their state championship in 2015. So now we start on the 49-yard line of Westminster. Harbor is going to keep it on a design run, runs backwards. Bride, Hinton, and Jolly all in on the tackle.
Yeah, that play designed to run right at Chris Hinton, but Hinton's right there to stop it. Cats with a negative play on first down, putting themselves in a hole.
So a negative play on first down and a very negative play. That's going to bring up about second down and 16 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The Cats going to a little bit of a zone relook for Harbor. Now they're going back trips left. Harbor takes the snap, rolling out to his left. He's being chased down by the GAC defensive line. Throws on the run for Hallmark down the field. He's got it inside the 15-yard line. A big gain all the way down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 39 yards. And the Cats offense is silencing the crowd here at GAC early.
And once again, the GAC secondary just loses a receiver. Hallmark runs around and finds an opening. What a throw by Parks Harbor to put it right on the money. And an even better catch by Hallmark to readjust his body weight and haul that one in.
Extra point is up, and it is good. And Franklin, like we mentioned, the Cats needed to strike back after GAC scored a 4-yard touchdown with Josh Rose. And really this drive was pretty short. Started with a big 50-yard catch to Nance Hill on the first play of the drive. Once again, GAC's secondary not doing the job. Will Hallmark with a 14-yard reception right here through the middle. This set the Cats up for Paula Wethington barreling through the middle. You see Halim Lobby with a nice block there. Allows Wethington to get inside the half-yard line. And Parks Harbor does the rest, getting around Roland Witherspoon, number 50 for GAC. And that's how the Cats got their 21st point. Once again, Harbor from the 46. GAC sends pressure again over the middle, finds an open receiver. And another hit on Harbor, and there's a flag in the backfield. And that looks like the Cats might be going 15 more yards forward.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call it about 5 plays ago, but right there, get the roughing the passer call. We've got another tweet, Jack.
Just like that. Turner Cravens, our producer's dad, Jeff Cravens. Great start by the Cats. Once again, enjoying the broadcast. We appreciate it. So we've got 2 contestants so far, Franklin. Any hope of taking about a 4.5-hour road trip down to Liberty County next week if the Cats hang on, or about out the door? As Peach County is blowing the brakes off of Liberty County right now. A 38-point outbreak. That was 5 touchdowns and a field goal. That first started with Nance Hill, an 83-yard touchdown reception. Will Hallmark had a 4-yard rush. And we're going to finish this after we send it down to William Fauché with Coach Jerry Romberg. William, I agree with you. It is very cold here. I'm trying to get some hand warmers warm so I can put them on my shoes. But anyway, as we start the third quarter here, 51 points in the first half. A lot of points. That started off an 83-yard touchdown from Parks Harbor to Nance Hill. A 4-yard rush from Hallmark. Then Josh Rose got on the board for GAC, a 6-yard touchdown. Harbor responded with 2 rushing touchdowns in a row. Will Hallmark with a receiving touchdown after that. Ty James with an 86-yard receiving touchdown, and then Charlie Ham ended the half with a 36-yard field goal. Franklin, the Cats with a win today would advance to their 5th straight quarterfinal appearance, and that would be quite remarkable for a program that's been very consistent over these past few years.
That's right, Jack. In this season, we've seen Coach Romberg get his 200th win, but so far throughout his career, we've seen playoff experience really shine as they've gotten deeper and deeper into the playoffs. 4 straight quarterfinals appearances. That just speaks to the work ethic that Coach Romberg puts in week in and week out. So great job by Coach Romberg, and he's obviously doing a great job tonight, Jack.
And with a win, and if Peach County holds up on their current score right now, they are currently beating Liberty County pretty bad. Westminster would go to Peach County for the 2nd straight year for the quarterfinals and would play Peach County for the 3rd straight year in the quarterfinals. Peach County playing Liberty County tonight. Westminster GAC on the top right portion of the bracket. The winner of this game faces off in the quarterfinals for the top right bracket champion. In the top left, we have Jackson and, that looks like, Jackson and Pierce County facing off against Dawson County and Monroe area. Monroe area both making the tournament. Monroe area on the bottom side playing a very tough Dawson County team. And then Benedictine and Cedar Grove, the 2 teams to watch. If they both take care of business tonight, it's going to be a showdown in Savannah next week. I think that might be one of the best games in all of Georgia next week between Benedictine and Cedar Grove, 2 polar opposite teams. And then we've got Lovett and Calhoun. That's certainly a great game to watch tonight. Lovett's hanging close versus Calhoun right now. And then Jenkins and Pike County. Pike County is an interesting story. They're a 4 seed that defeated the 1 seed Crisp County. Pike County's overcame a death of one of their players this year during the game versus Peach County. Dylan Thomas, one of their linebackers, died. So they certainly have a lot to play for going forward into the playoffs. The 4 seed upsetting the 1 seed. On the Westminster side of the bracket, going into last week, Preston Pogue Jr. from North Murray led the state in passing yards, but GAC did Westminster a little bit of a favor, held Pogue to under 75 yards passing, and that's how Parks Harbor, who's eclipsed 2,000 yards today, coming into the game, the leading passer in AAA.
Yeah, he's just been phenomenal for the Cats today. Throwing passes on a dime to his receivers, getting out of pressure in the backfield. We saw that great touchdown run he had in the first half, juked 2 defenders, and got into the end zone.
Now, take a look at the final Region 5 3A standings. Only 3/7 of the teams remain. And tonight, those 3 teams are in action. North Hall is at Cedar Grove. Lovett is at Calhoun. Westminster tonight is at GAC, state championship. And now we're going to take a look at, looking at Calhoun and Lovett. It's definitely an interesting game going on tonight. Calhoun with a 21-6 point lead, and so with about 41 seconds left, Calhoun is going to take a knee on things, and the Lions season is over. Not necessarily a sad time in Westminster history. Westminster storming into Norcross, Georgia, underdogs against the GAC Spartans. They don't mind it. They come in. The Road Warriors strike again. Your final here in Norcross. GAC 34 and Westminster 44. An offensive outburst. The Cats were able to hang on at the end. We will see you next Friday, just a day after the Thanksgiving, so get all the turkey in and out of your system, and then join us next Friday for a 7:30 kick right now for a kickoff against the Peach County Trojans. And Peach County, a very different team like Westminster is. So 2 powerhouses going at it with a spot in the semifinals on the line. It's going to be a fun week for these football players, staying in town for Thanksgiving break, practicing on Thanksgiving on that Thursday, and then a big game versus Peach County on Friday. We're very excited as WCAT to be able to join them on Friday as we take our trip down south to Peach County Last year's trip to Peach County was a very fun trip except for the game, so hopefully we can change the result of the game this year.
Maybe the temperature, too. It was a little cold last year. Cold tonight. Maybe we could have a little warm spell.
And we've got William Fauché on the sideline with Coach Jerry Romberg after a big win. William, take it away. That is all we have here today. Spartan Stadium, the Cats come out victorious. The Road Warriors strike again. We will be on the air with you next week, a day after Thanksgiving, where the Cats travel down to Fort Valley, Georgia, Peach County, where the Cats and the Peach County Trojans will be facing off in a battle in the quarterfinals. That's all we have for this week. For Franklin Brandon and our entire WCA2 crew, I'm Jack Hunter, trying to escape the cold. We will see you next week on WCAT.